the topic for today is why do I fly? Or what made me ever get into this sport? Well, just like many of you, I'm sure, as a kid, you dream of flight and what it would be like to soar like a bird. Unlike an airplane, fixed-wing airplane, there's no cockpit. You're totally exposed to the elements. This is the ultimate form of freedom. I got started in this sport close to 10 years ago. I watched a few YouTube videos. Back then there wasn't that many people making videos on these. But I saw a video that caught my eye, and I told myself I was going to have to do this. For me personally, every time I take off and get up here, everything else just goes away. There's not a fear or care in the world up here. If you're looking to get into this sport for an adrenaline rush, this is not it. This is just pure relaxation. Kick back after a long, hard week, releasing all your stress. And if you really think about it, who else can experience this? How many people actually get to experience being up here free as a bird? This sport is accessible to almost anyone, and there is no age restriction. Unfortunately, the price tag does not allow everyone to do this. But ladies and gentlemen, if the opportunity ever presents itself, I'm telling you, take it. You will not go wrong. Right now here in Indiana, the hardcore flying season is starting to come to an end. It's mid-October here. Starting to get a little chilly out. This is so addicting that I can't go all winter without flying, so therefore I'm forced to just bundle up. It's not very comfortable, but at least I can get some flights in here and there. Another reason to fly is it's a really good excuse to kind of travel the United States and see different places and different terrain, especially from the air. It's one thing to go take vacation to Florida. It's another to go to Florida and fly from the beach. Every time I go up, I just tell myself how lucky and blessed I am to be able to do something like this. And if you're in the United States, you don't need any kind of license to fly these. And I might be a little bit of a weird person. Most people come home from work every day and read a book or go fishing or take their dog for a walk. And I choose to come up here flying a piece of fabric in a lawn chair. That's my version of living life. I've really enjoyed some of the positive feedback I've been getting from some of you guys in the comments. I like to interact with you and try to point you in the right direction if you're trying to get into the sport. I know this is kind of a boring video. I'm just kind of rambling on. I just wanted to kind of share with you why exactly me personally I got into the sport and some things to expect to get out of this sport. Flying these paramotors gives me tons of joy. And I always feel amazing for several hours after I land. There are several different Wounded Warrior projects with paramotors that go on out there that have been pretty well proven to help veterans with PTSD and guys that have seen battle and stuff and dealing with different demons inside. This sport's helped them overcome things and helped them have more of a normal life, which is really a cool thing. It's better than just going to the doctor and having them shove medicine down your throat. I truly think that everybody needs to get out and find their inner self and find something that just gives them joy in life. Seeing these sunsets from up here, there's just nothing like it. Second to none. Flying, specifically this type of flying, is one of the most amazing things you will ever do. And after all these years, I just keep coming back. I've taken a few breaks here and there, due to different circumstances, but I always find myself right back here. I could not imagine life without flying. You just wouldn't understand unless you dip your toes in it one time. Like I've discussed in some of my previous videos, it's not an extremely dangerous thing. You'd be taking more of a risk jumping on a motorcycle and going down the highway. I've seen people as young as 13 get into the sport and as old as 87 years old. Like I said, there's no age restriction at all. That's why they make the foot launch and the trike. That way if your legs aren't good, you're not in good shape or whatever the case may be, you can get a trike set up. Another big reason that I fly is just like in many other sports that you're in, some of the people you surround yourself can just be like family, really close friends to you. In this sport, there's a really, really tight-knit group of guys and ladies. Some of the best pilots in this sport are actually women, although we do not have enough of them. I've been to a few fly-ins around the United States, and there's always one or two women that fly, and they really tend to impress you. I think it's just because they're more patient than we are. Well, guys, that's kind of my backstory and the reason I fly these things. Don't be scared to reach out to me in the comments. I always respond to everybody. You know, whether it's positive or negative. If you don't like my videos, let me know. If you love them, I appreciate that. I'm open to feedback no matter what it is. As always, blue skies, fly safe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Killing my ego this year, all for the people this year. Only believe in the real, I do believe in no fear. And I got gang in this bitch, I never switch on the tribe. I keep it all the way real, I'm in control of my feels. You see my highlights, they study my real. I'm showing more love this year, running more pace than the scale of my business is scared. The world in my palm, I'm a star, I been living my